Time to continue. Get up. It is action scene. And there's one. Oh, he's wounded. Badly. Most likely gunshot wound. But 50 meters high. That's... Assuming if the floor is about 3 meters tall, it would mean about 15 floors. That's high. And more... Indeed, that in a sense that is very correct. And a boss fight. And no, another boss fight, just enemy fight. Yeah, of course, there's shootouts, there must be things shooting at. Yeah, some sort of weird ass air things. And they're quite miserable, but nothing too dangerous. Which can't be solved with a braver. Yeah, and to spin that huge 20 kilo sword like that is quite a thing. And about the limit breaks. You earn them by using, and there's a fallen Shin soldier. Let's have a chat with him. Yep. Done. And here they go, more action. Helicopter with a sidecar. Really crazy contraption. And Reno of the Turks. And he just pressed it. Shit. Boss fight against Reno of the Turks. The sleazy looking Turk. And he can use this pyramid attack to actually try to locks you characters out, but you can break out of it by attacking it. So let's just try to steal from him. Oh, he has nothing, so I can just keep waiting at him. Yep. And of the Turks, they're a small group within Shinra with very stylish men in black design. And each member of them has a individual style and class in this. It's no wonder fans of this game like them a lot. The big rush. But the boss, generally you could say that the difficulty in this fighting wise is not too bad. There isn't any nifty technical tricks you usually have to use to get chance against bosses. Usually you can just keep healing and keep attack. And you just keep yourself healed and attack. You may even use the buffs to become faster or end the fight faster. Debuffs usually in this game are just... This follows the game that style where buffs were quite useless in gameplay wise. Oh, Reno's giving up. Yeah. He's not even wearing a shirt and he's got long hair. He looks quite much of a... quite bum. Quite shabby. But then again, he must be the youngest of the active Turks at this moment. And they are familiar with stunts. Alright, let's just... No, can't do. And more plot. And he is one of those executives. And saying he is the boss of So because of that, he knows they're gonna die. Ancient. Oh, that's rude. Well, that's quite rude. And look at that. Old-fashioned. This would be quite impressive Toho special effect. Not Toho, but Toho, the movie company. Yep, the plate's about to go down. Oh shit. Yep, looks like Barrett's got an idea. It's a crazy one. But crazy one ideas in desperate situation are, well, they're the only ones. And besides, he's a big bulky guy, so he can carry a couple of passengers, well, with Tarzan's wing. And this background music should be going silent now. They did some sort of blunderings with the music mixing in the translation of this game, because that music on top of this action scene completely ruins the dramatics of this scene. Which I don't find that quite a sloppy translation work, but yeah, the Shinra headquarters with the president just watched all the mayhem he just had caused and didn't, and well, he ain't nice. He is very vicious bastard, ruthless as hell. Oh, so we survived a complete disaster. No more Sector 7. It's gone down. Period. Dramatic yelling. Those three are dead. Now he has right to vent. Yeah, shoot all your bullets out. And then go to despair. More dramatic scene. Well, that's a big theme of this game, and it's quite early, and it's already gone way too far. I'll just get going and get interrupted by the loyals. And that's something Cloud has no knowledge about. And of Sephiroth. And I don't think it's a big spoiler to say that the fight. I don't think it's any kind of plot spoiler to say that the big bad and main antagonist of this entire game is Sephiroth. That's an awesome name, taken from Jewish Kabbalah actually. Well, yeah, about this plot spoiling. Sephiroth is the biggest bad guy of this entire game. Yeah. So, of course, because he is the main antagonist, there will be many important, and the Ancients, of which Ares is the last of them, is also very important plot, and of course planet. This game has lots of very big plot points, and that guy has nothing really handy or useful or necessary, so no reason to buy anything from there. And so yeah, oh, just the item store. Oh, let's just get going to Ares' house and see what's up here. Lady Elmira. Indeed, this is flashbacks and the storytelling about all kinds of things. And it must... Oh, look at that, they're reusing sprites of Biggs and Wedge in this scene. I never noticed that. Maybe they were already there, maybe not. But... this kind of scenes feels a bit something like a World War I or I'd say World War I era drama of soldiers finally getting to leave. Or arriving from front to leave, and of course there are things that they might be writing that they are getting a leave and are coming to visit home, and then next day they got killed in whatever action they were. This is, in a sense, very fundamental way sad scene, and that's hope. And there was this woman and a child, and she was badly hurt. In a sense, very crude, or better say very simple thing. And of course knowing that Ares was not of course children do not have any user control about, care much about. And that is a beautiful intercut about transferring from the scene. Yes, Ares has precognitive powers. This thing. And he also appears much more, if not younger, at least more businesslike. So that means Jaime is also quite much a veteran employee of Shinra. In a sense, this game, in a sense, made it much more interesting in the sense that it managed to humanize its enemies, the bad guy part, even though better say the most visible antagonists of Shinra, or at least the first big one, and make it really appear a real human organization with very ruthless characters in it and less ruthless ones as well. And even though when they might be antagonists, they still have real virtues against them. Well, that's true. Elmira has a reason to be sighing. And Barrett, despite being a very rough and aggressive person, has also other... He's not all just angry black guy. He's angry, but he also has duties he tries to do very... Well, let's hope so. So, Barrett has no reason to be as crazy as he could have been. And so yeah. Well, just trying to leave. Yeah, no, that's gonna be crazy act. And loud noise means that Barrett is coming. More plot. No train station. Well, that's a place to go, so I guess I have to go to the wall market then. Well, wall market. Well, that's true, so let's just use the inn. Just because 10 gil for a night and getting all the necessary restorations isn't so bad deal. So let's just keep going, yeah. So let's just check how things are. Well, Honeybee seems what? Oh yeah, the reputation as a cross-dresser seems to be grown. So yeah, no way to get to the brothel. What's this? Oh, the old guy who likes tanks. Well, that seems to be quite telltale about what place it is. It's not there. It's over here, machine gun. Yeah, that's a tank. Let's just buy some weaponry from him. Mithril armlets, they can be useful, and mithril rod just in case. And that's our chat. Oh. Alright, time to buy some berries. If you don't, you can't get up there, climb up the plate, so... Yeah, and no reason to go see Don Corneo's place, because, well... yeah, that's big. And big graffiti as well. And a great switch from much more grand music. And look at this background. It's a big wall. And also some scaling about to make you appear even more bigger. Oh. And there's the ruin of Sector 7. That's a ruin. Completely demolished. And it's time to climb this very high path. And use batteries in these kinds of thingamajigs. Yeah, despite all the graphic being good, the mobile polygon elements do tend to stick out, even if they were meant not to, they do stick out. For characters it is good, but for these kind of interactive elements of the level design, level architecture, it's not so good. But the music is great. Uematsu, or not Nobuo, not Nobue, really managed to use the quite much more vast sound equipment of PlayStation 1 to his advantage. He was now able to use completely real real instrument samples, not just the MIDIs, which is the computer generated sounds, to make sound of, I might say, perhaps the best video game music of its era, or maybe even of all eras. Well, this game is, well, on this era, PlayStation 1 era, the composers really started to, video game composers really had an opportunity to show how good they were as composers of music, not just in their style, but in music. And that's a spooky looking place, and it's ugly as hell. That doesn't feel like a skyscraper or anything like that. It feels like some sort of ugly hybrid of factory and whatever. No, but we climbed in, but it still looks very big and intimidating. 60 floors, that's actually big. Yep. Well, Barrett, of course, he thinks that going to the front door. Time wasting or sneakiness. Actually, I think I'm gonna just go straight to the front door. Mostly because it's more effective that way. And save some bother later, so time to save first. And getting in. Excuse me, if you don't have an appointment, you'll have to... I don't need an appointment. This is an emergency, and anyone who don't want to get their face bashed, they either get out of the way. Yeah. Who do you think they are? Yep. The security guards. Right off the get start. So yeah, nothing fancy. And of course, well, the game engine doesn't allow, but I think it was more like this kind of contact was more like just pick a fight when they go down and not getting up. That's enough of violence for them. So yeah, they're just like hired hands, so there's no need to be excessively ruthlessly violent towards them. Just necessarily violent. There's a big difference between unnecessary and necessary violence. So yeah, this is a big building. Absolutely huge building. And what's this? Oh. Bulletin board, some sort of advertisement. Well, and yeah. And yeah. So time to just call the elevator, old-fashioned way. And press the up button. Pirates amused. Oh, and the red lights are blinking and the elevator is going who knows where. It's time to stop it. Floor 19. Now what is this? Unpleasantness. So yeah, this thing becomes more or less... Well, it becomes quite simple that you go, you face... getting up means you most likely get faced by enemies. And so, yeah, that's it. And between security guards or security rope, security machinery. But that was one of them. And if it happens to be just a security machinery, I'll be skipping over the fight. But you do know the policy, they are not particularly interesting. And it's still going somewhere. Good, more, getting up. 32th floor. And still getting up. 459. The last floor before the actual big wig floors. So, oh yeah, more security guards. It's strange that in the field screen they were red, but otherwise they were blue. Well, yeah. And if a limit break, she gets more attacks to her limit, so yeah. In the end, she may deliver quite long series of moves and combos to bring pain. And some healing magics. Let's give that one a lightning bolt attack. Yeah, fighting these guys is much less of a dangerous and much more just about cumbersome. Oh shit, missed! Yeah, slow. I think doing some sort of counter attack, so just... Well, they do attack a lot. I don't know what was the point of that move, it just flipped around. Well, just regular beat attacks should now finish that thing off. Yeah, it's got a gun, but it doesn't do much pain, so yeah, nothing particularly scary about that. Oh yeah, cover material works quite well. Oh yeah, now it's become more difficult to hit, but not so much. And despite being quite a loud and brutal method of entry, it worked quite well. And God had a key. So, time to get up. To a nice outside elevator. Time to go to floor 60. Yeah, it's a real thing, yes, but it looks like, yeah, guards are sleeping. And there's a shitload of cameras to watch, so no wonder he's bored. And now the music has gone completely different. Dreary and rough and bleak. And these guys, they don't seem to have much of authority except to, well, blare that. So now this is a slightly stealthy section. Time to they go with regular noticeable patterns, so it's completely, so it in a sense is not difficult at all to go and practice. So yeah, and if you get caught, it's quite clear. The guards will, the alarm will blare out, and of course when the alarm blares out, that means that you don't have any other chance but to go and give up. Yeah, and timing is not actually too strict either, so yeah, getting out. Let them go. And we all got through. But to save Ares, not cause any kind of unnecessary amount of death and destruction. And this is some sort of atrium room. Things. Yeah, but it's really strange that, yeah, there's a... well, I was about to say... When it's a matter of those stories, that in this game, they, despite there's some... despite there being a big businesses, there's not much appears of a state, because yeah, they have a big heavy security. Yeah, nothing specific here, so let's have a chat with this guy. Where's she? Oh, receptionist. Oh, well, let's have a chat again. Oh. That guy was quite stupid, but the general architecture of the Shinra building is very bleak in a sense. It feels impersonal and not particularly friendly. But here's more floors. And some sort of archive room. There's been there's all kind of... There's all kinds of, you know, weirdness going on in this place. So there's no reason to... So they of course, them being a big business mean they also must have some sort of archives as well. Genova project, Dr. Gast. But many of these things do actually have purpose in this game. At least in some sense. So they do have. So they were able to make quite consistent feeling world in this game, despite it having lots of, in a sense, flaws. They managed to make a lot of it feel this game much more alive. Oh, the deputy mayor. Oh, there's mayor. Yeah. Yeah, that's a demotion, but at least he has a nice office. Well, what's his problem? Yeah. Okay, get the money. Oh. How this hint works, I have no actual ideas how it works. So I'm just gonna, well, let's just go for the bomb. Oh, I guess right. Yeah, he dislikes his job a lot. Well, of course, he's an elected official and he's still shoved around to be a librarian, so no wonder he's pissed. He has right to be pissed. And this room is also quite... well, there's practically nothing important in this room. No noise in this room. But I will go and check it out anyways. Oh, there's a sleeping quarters, so time to use them. Just okay. So yeah, Shinra is so big and well understanding company that they have a gyms and a sleeping quarters. So it's time to actually end this episode right here in the sleeping quarters. See you next time. See ya.